بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته, and welcome to Takaful online course. And today we are with the resolutions 45 of the Sharia Advisory Council of the Central Bank that talk about the coverage for the Takaful coverage for the conventional bank. Means that you have a scenario whereby a customer obtain a financing such as a mortgage from a conventional financial institutions, and at the same time he wants to get the coverage of the Takaful from a Takaful company. So the customers want to combine his facility by obtaining a conventional banking financing and Takaful operator into his mortgage, for example, or any kind of assets. So to put the issue in the context, the resolution says that in the context of the dual financial system scenario, as you know, Malaysia and other some jurisdictions are operating in a dual banking system where the conventional and the Islamic operate in the same market and supervise under the same central bank. There are scenarios and there are instances whereby the customers who have a loan with the conventional financial institutions, for example, purchase of assets, like he applied for a conventional loan to finance his house, so it has been financed by the conventional one, but at the same time he wants to get the Takaful coverage scheme to cover this asset. So meaning that he didn't opt for a conventional insurance and he opted for the Takaful operator policy. So as you can see, Islamic banks, conventional bank do exist together, and the Islamic insurance, the conventional insurance do exist together in the same market. So you may have a conventional mortgage covered by conventional insurance, and you may have a mortgage which is financed by Islamic banking and covered by a Takaful operator. But you have such scenario in this case whereby customers would get his financing or loans from a conventional bank, but he wants to cover his asset from the Takaful operator. That's the scenario in here. Now, with regards to this resolutions of the central bank on this says that in regards to in this regard, the SAC was referred to on this issue on whether the Takaful company may offer Takaful coverage for a customer's assets which is purchased in the conventional loan, meaning whether the Takaful operator is allowed to provide Takaful coverage for customers who has financed his asset or his house by a conventional bank. So the Sharia Advisory Council in its 54 meetings on 27 October 2005 has resolved that Takaful company may offer Takaful coverage for a customer's assets even though the asset is financed by a conventional. So it's allowed it, provided, they put the conditions, provided that the offer separately be offered, it is provided that is offered separately and not as one package. So here the resolutions allowed it, which means that it's allowed for the Takaful operator to finance asset for the customer who obtain his asset by a conventional bank, provided it is not provided as one single package integrated into one facility. And here basically it goes back to the customers, whereby he will go get financing from a conventional bank, settle, then he will go to the Takaful operators asking to cover his assets. That's the scenario. And the justifications provided by the SAC on these resolutions that has considered, the resolution has considered that the Takaful coverage contract and conventional contract are two separated and independent contracts. So the resolution look at them as two different and independent facility. whereby the first one, the customer has concluded the purchase of the house with the conventional bank, so facility has been settled. Then he goes to the Takaful operator and seek for a coverage for his asset. So the first, the second have been conducted, have been executed by the customer into two separate contracts, so they will consider independently, not integrated into one single package. And as such, there is no objections for Takaful company to provide the Takaful coverage for a customer's assets, which is financed by conventional, since the Takaful company is not directly involved in the conventional loan transactions, which means that Takaful is not part of the package, is not part of the facility, and has not been involved, has not been integrated in the facility of the conventional bank concluded between the customers and the conventional financial institutions. And here, basically, when the customers goes to the Takaful operator, he will seek a coverage for his asset. So that's basically his application and his inquiry. Meaning, I have an asset, I want to cover this asset. And based on that, the assessment will take place, the evaluation take place, the negotiation, the arrangement take place. If it is settled, so the coverage will be provided by the Takaful operator. So this kind of transaction has been concluded independently and separate from whatever arrangements that the customer had. So here, the Takaful operator will not look whether this asset has been financed by a conventional or otherwise, because it deals with an independent asset, standalone, that belong to the customer. So if such arrangement is done based on this scenario that has been illustrated, so the resolution has no objections that the Takaful operator may go through the coverage of this asset despite it has been financed by conventional financial institution. With that, thank you very much and see you inshallah in the coming session. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.